this lesson now is using applications of the law of sines and law of cosines. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to draw pictures, and based on our given information, are we going to use the law of sines or the law of cosines? So I'll give you a second as we read the first one. It's about a baseball diamond, so my artwork might be questionable here, but we're going to do the best that we can. So there's our baseball diamond, and it says the bases are 90 feet apart. So that means these are all 90. And it says we want to know the front edge of the pitcher's mound. So right here to right there is 60.5, 60 feet, 6 inches, 60.5. And they want to know how far is it from the edge of the pitcher's rubber to the far corner of first base. So here's our triangle. Now remember, if these are congruent sides, then our angle then is going to be 45 because those are congruent triangles. And then looking at our 60.5, our 90, and our 45, we're going to use, this is SAS, which means law of cosines. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up, x squared equals 60.5 squared plus 90 squared minus 2 times 60.5 times 90 cosine 45. And then put that in your calculator, square root 63.7 feet. So really the solution, once you draw the triangle, you just have to decide which one that you're going to use. Okay, next example. So it says observers 2.32 miles apart. So I'm going to call observer A and observer B. And this is 2.32 miles apart. And then this is little b, and this is little a. And angles of 28 and 37. So if you add 28 to 37 and subtract from 180, I know it doesn't look like it, but my angle up here is 115. And so for observer A, it's going to be the law of sines. So sine 115 equals, over 2.32 sine 28 all over A, and then solving our proportion like we've done all chapter long, 2.32 sine 28 all over sine 115. A then is approximately 1.2 miles. And then we do observer B, set it up exactly the same way. Maybe you could try this on your own. Pause the video, give it a shot. Except we're going to substitute in sine 37 over B. B is equal to 2.32 sine 37 over sine 115. And observer B is approximately 1.5 miles. So once again, quick example. We're not going to try to make it impossible, but we're going to see kind of if you can apply the different laws that we've discussed to kind of real world problem type situations. So let's look at the last one. Okay. So it's shaped like a parallelogram. pictures are huge, guys. You gotta draw them. Even if you draw bad like me, you gotta see them. And it says, on a piece of land are 8 inches and 10 inches, and the angle between those sides measures 75. And then that means, and we're looking at the angles between the measures, 75. And the architect is going to build a fence along the diagonal. So, if I draw my diagonal, and this is an 8 inch, and this is a 10 inch, so that means this whole angle here is 75. That means up here is 105 by the parallelogram, and then another property of a parallelogram. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do law of cosines. So x squared equals 8 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 8 times 10 cosine 105, and that is 14.3 inches, and this is our fence. And now we have to say that 1 inch goes with 120 feet, and our fence is 14.3 inches, and we want to know how many feet that is. Solve the proportion. 14.3 times 120, and this is 1716 feet. Okay, so those will give you a couple of examples to work on with law of sines and law of cosines to help you hopefully complete your assignment.